Hi, I'm Unzube Ufodike, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to a brand new podcast called Crown Castê. Crown Castê actually started as an idea when I met King Charles.
God save the king!
God save the king!
Yes, that King Charles. We discussed very briefly, but we talked about what I do, and he asked, why don't you talk about why you invest in certain companies? A light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, you all don't want to listen to just me talk about companies I invest in. Why not get a range of investors to talk about companies they invest in? And Crown Castê was born. I've got an amazing team working with me to deliver this series to you. We're shooting from our studios here in Wembley, North London, and I'm excited by the investors that we've lined up to tell you a little bit more about the specific portfolio companies they've backed, why they backed those companies, and what's been happening since. That way, those of you that are founders, students, and other members of the community that want to get those nuggets can learn from these individuals and better prepare yourselves to raise their capital. Who is Unzube Ufodike? Well, I am TLDR, an entrepreneur, advisor, corporate finance director, TV producer, model. But what do I actually do? On a day-to-day, I work as a trusted advisor to several companies, and these are companies within my private portfolio as an angel investor. I also co-founded Amu Angels earlier this year, and outside of the angel investing and portfolio advisory work, I work with a few companies within corporate accelerators, incubators, and other groups of communities. Within my portfolio of companies I've invested in, you might have heard of a couple. So companies like AudioMob, Why Hungry, Ofixu, and MoonHub, to name but a few. Let's not forget HomeMove, which was our most recent investment under the Amu Angels umbrella. Now, why am I saying all this? Not to brag, but just to let you know that I know a little bit about startups and scaling. I used to actually be the investment manager for a large corporate venture accelerator where we had nearly 300 companies in our portfolio with assets under management of over 1.5 billion. But it's not all about what I say. We have some amazing investors you can look forward to learning from. They would share their own unique perspectives and tell you why they invested in specific portfolio companies. So through that, you'd be in a better position to make yourself attractive to external capital providers. Yes, it's a podcast, so don't get too used to this mug. It's not going to be here for the rest of the season. What we're going to do over this season is have a lot of conversations that highlight from an investor perspective what it is they look out for in a company they decide to invest in. So don't go away. Stay with us along this, strap on your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride because it's our first podcast season ever, but we promise you we'll bring you the nuggets to make it worth your while. Thank you. Stay tuned.